Your Majesty, Queen Maxima, Your Royal Highness, Princess Mary of Denmark, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you on the second day of the third World Conference of Women's Shelters.
There is no justification for domestic violence, ever. That is very clear. It is a universal problem and it is happening in all countries and all cultures. It affects all social groups and all ages and is often hidden from the outside world. If you are financially dependent on your partner, it is far harder to break out of the circle of violence in order to make a fresh start. That is why we need to keep promoting women's economic empowerment in combination with education and raising awareness.
My name is Ifat Gil. Today I stand in front of you deeply conflicted because part of me feels that by sharing my story today with you, I'm at some level betraying my family. But at the same time, a strong part of me knows that if we don't talk about these stories, there is no hope for any sort of change.
I think we need to acknowledge the shelters and the work that we do in the area of violence against women is imperative. We are the ones who live with women, we're saving lives. Women and all over the world should be able to pick up a phone and get help.
A whole housing sector response in the UK to tackling domestic abuse alongside those specialist services to make this everybody's business.
Gerlinde Silvis is Director of Human Resources for the Rabobank, and she will also address women's self-sufficiency in her speech, in her contribution to this conference.
The women of IMD all have a dream, education for their children, so that they can build themselves a better future. And that's a dream they share with all women, all over the world, because education is an important step towards development and growth.
And the Australian government is firmly of the belief that unless we are tackling gender inequality as the root cause of violence against women and their children, we will not make long-term change.
Probably surprising that a global company like Ernst & Young EY is here at this conference, and we're sponsoring with heart and pleasure. And this is because women are in our social responsibility program already for more than 15 years. And let's see what we can do together, because we are working for one cause. We're working for a better society, for economic inclusion, for social inclusion, and hence for prosperity.
NGO promote the specific law on domestic violence. After 15 years advocacy, now there is a process. Our lawmakers is going to adopt the specific law on domestic violence.
Of course, we need to work with the protection and the support to the survivors of violence until the violence ends. And at the same time, we need to work with the cause of the violence and with the men, both in primary prevention, with men and boys and girls and women.
I think that we share something: courage first, work collaboratively, engage in men, and never forget the survivors. Empower the survivors, advocate with them, and never for them on our own.
As a survivor myself, I don't call myself a victim. I'm a survivor. And I believe women who are affected by domestic violence, no one is a victim. They are all survivors.